Brad, can you turn that speaker this direction a little bit? This one there, yeah. Thank you. Crank it up. I actually think it's coming through there. Say something, Tom.
What?
Can you talk?
Check 1, 2, 3, check.
I can hear that for you. This coming from the TV pretty well, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah, much clearer. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get it all figured out. No, I can't hear you. You have to work it here. It's use your voice, use your words. We're still having those issues with stuff. No, don't get really just extremely loud. It's great. All the time. Oh, tonight is. Yeah, just started Monday and never been. Another one. The joys of
Christmas lights look nice.
Thanks. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Brian says he can't hear you, but he can hear me. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know how to fix that. Of course,
Me either.
it had another update for Zoom today.
It's weird that you can hear him.
Yeah.
And not him.
No, can't see him either.
Probably his choice. Should I go ahead and start them, or do you want to wait?
Yeah. So he can hear you, Tom, but he can't hear us?
Correct.
That's strange.
He texts me and says, I can't hear them, but hear you fine.
And has he turned his camera on, or is there something else wrong?
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
He can hear you.
No, speaking of.
Saying something. I'll try to start her.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 5:36. I have to call the meeting to order. If you join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, going on to the consent agenda. Brad, is there anything you needed to add or any questions?
Fred, just take that. Take it up after the.
Nothing I need to add to this now.
I can hear, but hardly, but Tom can hear us really well. Tom, you can hear us really well?
Yeah, fair.
Okay. Well, anyway, if there's no questions on the consent agenda, I would entertain a motion.
Make a
Second.
motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Sorry, second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any further discussion? Not, Don?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion passed 5-0. Nothing under public comments, petitions, memorials, so moving on to old business. The employee assistance program discussion. Brad?
Yes, so I was able to follow up with Lucent today and get some questions answered that I know that we had all had about the program itself. The first being that they will have a one-year program instead of a two-year contract. The cost is the same, $300. And how Lucent works is they try to contract with providers within a radius of Hiawatha. So 20, 30, 40 mile radius of Hiawatha. And they don't have a provider that's available within that radius, then they look for a virtual session. And that's for the mental health. This is also one of the things that they wanted to clarify with us is this is a service that's a 3 sessions per incident. And so if there's separate issues as far as mental health goes, it's going to be 3 per incident. And so it's gonna be more than 3 just for that one individual. It would be like, say, if something happens and they need help with one thing, they have 3 sessions there. If something happens and they need help with a separate issue, they have 3 sessions available to them there as well. But there's also some other things that go into this that I did not realize. There is also, just basic help of finding childcare, things like this. There's other assistance services that they offer. That's all part of that $3,500 per year. And so the program is confidential. We would have no information on the individuals utilizing the program. And we would just get a basic report on the utilization, like how many people utilize the program. And so that's how this would work through Lucent. Like I said, this is a one-year contract for $3,500. It does include the volunteer firefighters. We would need to update the personnel policies to kind of coincide with what we would provide as far as an employee assistance program goes. And my recommendation is that we approve the one-year contract through Lucent with to administer the employee assistance program at a cost of $3,500.
To start on January 1st.
This would be, it's a 30-day implementation period from the time that we sign the contract. And so it'd start 30 days after that contract was signed.
We have money in the budget to cover that.
We did, yes.
What you said.
I like this a year so we can see if if there's any traction to it, if people start utilizing it. I also really like that it's confidential. And then it kind of serves, fills a gap that we don't have with our normal health insurance. So I think it's worth trying.
Yeah, I'm good for a year. It's better than a 2-year. At least give it a try.
I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion. Oh, sorry. Make a motion to approve a 1-year contract with Lucent to administer the employee assistance program at the cost of $3,500.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the 1-year contract with Lucent. Is there any further discussion? If not, Dawn?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Motion passed 3-2. Moving on to item 2 under old business, the airport hangar lease.
Yeah, so this is, once again, we discussed this at the last meeting. I did talk to Gary Grunbaum for Precision Aerial Ag LLC, shortening the lease from 50 to 25 years. He said he was fine with that. And so the lease that I have before you in the agenda packet just reflects that change from 50 to 25 years. No other changes were made to the lease itself other than just that one thing. And so I would recommend that we enter into a 25-year lease for the old 4-bay hangar to Precision Ag, Aerial Ag LLC, and operates the hangar design.
Are there any other questions?
Well, I still think that 25 I still think 25 is an extremely long time, but it's an improvement over 50.
I think the amount of work that's probably have to go into that to get where it needs to be. I think I'm comfortable with 25-year lease. I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the 25-year lease of the old 4-bay hangar to Precision Aerial Ag LLC and authorize the mayor to sign it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and second to approve the 25-year lease of the old 4-bay hangar to Precision Aerial Ag LLC. Any further discussion? If not, Don?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Motion passed 4-1. Moving on to new business, the animal impoundment discussion. Chief?
In 2022, we had an agreement, we put it out for bid in the Brown County Humane Society. Brown County Humane Society accepted the bid, and for the last 3 years, they've been taking care of our animals. And the agreement is up, we put it out for bid again. Nobody put a bid in by the deadline, neither veterinary clinics or the Brown County Humane Society. And since then, they have spoken to City Administrator, Mr. Scott, and they presented us with the option of paying them $1,000 a month for a yearly term of $12,000, which would be a 400% increase of the budget that we've had for this. And that number is irrational and beyond our ability to accept that amount, because it's just too much. They're asking for way more than we've ever even had to spend. In the 3 years, I believe we spent like $13,000 over a 3-year period, and now they want to, their request is to pay them $12,000. So we are looking at alternatives. I know in the past they have kept animals at other facilities in the city. And I've also reached out to Paws Grooming and Training Obedience down in Horton, just north of Horton. And she had an interest in possibly doing it. She had to check on whether this messes with her license for what she does. She runs a business and she normally boards dogs or animals for people. And sometime this week, I plan to speak to her again and talk to her and see what her options are. Whether she would be able to take over those duties and help us take care of the animals, or if we need to just keep them at a city facility and just try to care for them best we can. We're looking at options. But I guess it's up to you guys if you want to accept their $12,000 a year contract bid to us for taking care of our strays or dog bite victims and things like that.
So Chief, you said over the last 3 years, we've paid a total of
13,000, somewhere in that range, just about 13,000 over a 3-year period.
How many dogs average do we have, or pets, or?
I don't have a good average. We had a number in here, the highest year was 39 we've ever had, was the highest year that I can document right now. And I did some math, and even on a worst case scenario, if those were dog bites, they bit somebody and we had to hold them for 10 days and we had to put them down and have them cremated, even at 39 animals, at the maximum potential, what we're going to do with the animals would be like $8,775, which is even below the $12,000 they offered to us.
Yeah, that 12,000 seems a little high.
is the Humane Society willing to adjust their bid?
I do not know. I did not speak to the head of the Humane Society, the administrator did.
I did reach out to them we did go out to bid for this, and like I said, we advertised the bids, we didn't get any bids back. And so I just reached out to the Humane Society since they are providing the last time. and this is what they submitted to us. I haven't reached back out to see whether would be willing to adjust. They may well be. And so that can be part of, how we move forward with this, see if they'd be willing to adjust that price but I can reach back out to them again.
I really wish you would reach out and see if they'd be willing to adjust their bid. It's just so convenient, the whole system, when the animal gets picked up, it's close, it's in town. They're able to, take them into custody after a period of 3 days or so, then adopt them. I mean, obviously, that'd be my first choice, would be the Humane Society if we could put it in our budget.
Okay, yeah, no, that's something that we can do as far as looking for options. I can reach back out to the Humane Society. I can get ahold of the president and see if they're willing to adjust their bid at all or where they're at. with it.
Didn't we also, last year, didn't we donate 5,000 as a city for additional?
I know that we donated money, but that was for a dedicated program for spay and neutering, that was transferred through the city. And that was to that was to, I guess, give money to them so we can have that program. The program's very important. So, but yes, we did get the money for that.
I'm comfortable with you. Oh, let's go ahead. No, there you go.
Yeah, I'd be in favor to see if the Humane Society would give us updated per unit pricing instead of a lump sum for a whole year. And then maybe, you can finish checking with the lady at Horton and see what she might come up with, so we have some options.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks, Chief.
Sorry, before we move away from new business. Dave's term on the land bank committee board expires next month, so. The land bank's meeting later this week to designate its own board again, and they'll come back to the city, but I was hoping we could take some action tonight if Dave. I don't think we should ask him, I think we should just reappoint him to serve another 3-year term on that board, so. It's not on the agenda, but if we could take a motion to designate Dave Mendorf to continue as, the commission's representative on the land bank.
Is it a 3-year commitment?
It is.
As long as I don't have to be the chairman.
Okay, I'll tell Leon, I'm sure he kept doing that, so.
I will make that motion. Exactly what Andy said. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and second to reappoint Dave Mendorf to the tree board for the next land bank, not tree board. Why did I say tree board? Oh, yeah, I'm putting on two.
Because he's on the tree board as well.
On a land bank. Any further discussion? No.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0.
That's thing.
Oh, 4-0. You don't want to vote for yourself.
No,
Thank you, Dave, for doing that again. Appreciate that.
any update from the county on their tax sale? We're talking about it.
Service has been complete, publication has been made, there's a hearing, let's say January 5th. So we're getting closer, I think they finally got everybody served with notice, so hopefully sometime in the spring. You might see a sale, but I can update the commission after this hearing on the 5th.
Okay, anything under communications?
Under communications, we have the judge's report. We have the fire runs, the turkey trot 2025 was very successful. We ended up with 131 participants actually running in the turkey trot this year, which was very, very successful. I know that was the biggest that we've had, the biggest attendance that we've had so far. We did receive a letter this year. A letter this last week that our RHID was approved by the Department of Commerce for the state of Kansas. That was a big piece of the puzzle. Hopefully, we will be hearing from the MIH program here in January, hopefully get approval for that. I know that this was one of those big pieces. And I know I was happy to hear that RHID was approved. For the Brown County Neighborhood Revitalization Plan. And so the neighborhood revitalization through Brown County is they're going to redo that program. They've had that program in place for a number of years. It's time to renew that plan. And they've asked that the city can participate in that. And we have participated in this in the past. I believe that we participated many times in the past. I'm not sure this last year we were part of that, but they sent that information to us. This requires a resolution that we need to pass by the end of the year. And so I would like to bring that back to the December 22nd meeting. I just wanted to get this on everybody's minds to kind of look into this. But I need to do a little more research. It seems like the city and the county at one time had a lot more involvement than we do now. There's more than us just passing a resolution. We had an agreement, a cooperation agreement between the city and the county. We had our own public hearing. So I just want to make sure that we're doing this right. If all we need to do is pass a resolution, that's fine. No, we just need to have that in place for their meeting on December 31st. So I just want to get a little more information about that before I bring it back at the next meeting. And so that's why it's not on this agenda here. But I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great thing for the citizens of Hiawatha. It's a great thing that Brown County is doing it. So like I said, I wanted to get that in front of you so you're aware of it. Yeah, and we just have a chamber, thank you. But other than that, that's all we have for the communications.
Do they actually have the plan drawn up, or are they still working on it, or what?
They do have the plan. I believe that they do have the plan drawn up. All the information that I have at this point, I've submitted to the commission, but I'm still in the process of gathering more information.
Is this, letter we got from the Commerce Commission, can we send that with, I know our application's already been mailed in, but would that do any good to let the MIH grant people know that we've been approved for that?
It may well do some good. I know that when Mike Webb submitted the application, that was already a part of it. And so that we had applied, that we had that RHID, so it was, something that I think they anticipated that was gonna be a piece of it, but I can reach out to Mike Webb and see if he can make sure that they know that has been approved.
Yeah, I don't know if that made any difference or not.
You think it would help?
Yes.
Any other questions or comments under communications? Not moving on to governing body comments. I don't really have much to say. I wanted to add on to the turkey trot that, you know, if you look at all the pictures that Stacy put on there. Besides the fact there was over 100 people who participated, there were lots of families, which I thought was kind of a really neat event to have so many families there doing it together. And that's the kind of stuff that this community needs for young and old all be able to do that. So I just want to point that out. Dave?
I'd like to thank Don and the city staff for decorating City Hall. It's very nice. I think everybody should drive by at night and take a look. Wonderful.
Very cool. Tom?
I have nothing, thank you.
Brian?
I don't have anything either.
Laura?
I don't have anything, thank you.
And that was a quick meeting. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
Moving in second to adjourn. Don?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion passed 5-0.
All right. That's short.
good night.
Good night, thank you.